Hey guys, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis with me, your host, Tone Vase. As you can see, I'm coming to you from yet another airport. Just want to check on the live chat, make sure that video and audio are not too bad. Um, Quick comment on the video. You know what? Maybe I'll do that later. Maybe I'll do that during Q&A. Um, so let me just see. Like, I don't need I'm already at 75 viewers, so I don't need 100 people to tell me that everything's working, but I'd like to see at least one or two. Good audio, good video. Excellent. All right. I got my boarding starts in less than an hour. So let's see what we can get through. We'll see if we have questions. Um, and well, let's do it. Let me do some screen share, and we're off to the races. All right, working with one monitor today. Obviously, I'm just sitting on a seat, but God, I love Hong Kong Airport. The internet is so freaking fast. Like their free Wi-Fi at the airport, I'm getting like 65 megabytes down and like 15 to 20 megabytes up. I mean, that's the kind of speed I get in my house back in New York. Uh, Man, Hong Kong is amazing. All right, so to follow my videos, you really want to go to the educational tools section of the Liberty Life Trail website and then click on Learn Trading. This is where you learn and understand charting. And what I focus on is section 6, which is the more advanced version. So that's what all the numbers are doing. If you are a little more interested in those indicators, you can go ahead and check out the consulting section where things are described. Maybe I'll, add more information here to make it more clear. And for some more hands-on work, please attend one of my seminars. And as you are about to see, I mean, the internet's slow. The internet's fast. My website's still slow. Um, as you can see, San Francisco has been added. So feel free and start thinking about that one. Of course, I'm going to be a little bit busy with the LA seminar coming up this weekend. I'm going to be on airplanes. I mean, the flight from Hong Kong to LA is about 15 to 16 hours. So I will be completely without internet. I know Cathay Pacific has internet on their flight. I have never been able to get it to work. So I just give up. Anyway. I updated the number of seats we have left in New York and Washington. Now, New York capacity is being raised to 30 as well, mostly because I have not gotten a venue yet, and I already had a bunch of people sign up. So there you go. So you still have about 12 seats and 13 seats respectively left in those seminars. LA is pretty much sold out. Maybe if you get lucky, maybe if there's a no-show, I don't know. I'll think of something. But anyway, LA is done. That one's sold out. I'll update you more. San Francisco is going to be in April. Now, the reason San Francisco is going to be on April 7th is because I agreed. I'm starting to get more picky with my conferences. I have agreed to speak at a conference in San Francisco, the Block to the Future conference right here, and I have now been added. Maybe not in here yet, but I've been added as a speaker to this conference. It's taking place on a warship. That's going to be really, really interesting right here. So for more details on that, uh, please check out Block to the Future conference in San Francisco on April 4th, and then that following Saturday, I'll have my own seminar. All right, that's enough chatter from me. Let's move on. Uh, I'll catch up to this eventually. Let's go straight to the price. All right, here's the good news. I mean, this right here, that's a beautiful dragonfly doji on the weekly chart. It's just great. Okay. I mean, when you have a doji like this, it does usually signify um, the fact that the bottom is in. However, in order for this Dragonfly Doji, because you're going to say, well, hey, Tone, there's a Doji right here 2 weeks ago, and you're going to be exactly right. In order for this Doji to be considered a reversal Doji, next week needs to trade above the high of the Doji. So as of right now, the high of this Doji is $8,650 according to Bitstamp, okay? So adjust for your exchange accordingly. So we would need to trade above this doji next week in order for the weekly chart to give you a buy signal based on traditional trading. Of course, the numerical indicator will not flip color. And even if it flips color, the numerical indicator doesn't tell you to go bullish until a green number starts trading above the prior green number, which happened very beautifully right here at a price of $4,560 or so. And it took you all the way up to the highs. Now, of course, it doesn't always work out perfectly. You can also see it gave you a buy signal right here at $16,500 or thereabouts, and then we only made it to 20,000. All right. Of course, I'm at the airport, guys. There's going to be lots of background noise. There's also people speaking around me, not to mention the loudspeakers. So it's what we have to deal with. There's nothing we can do about that. Either I do this video now, or you don't see me live for the next 24 hours because I have a 15-hour flight that's taking place in about 2 hours with boarding in less than an hour. All right. Um, all right. Let's get back to the charts. So um, yeah, so it wasn't as great of a buy signal here, even though it did go up like $3,000. Plenty of time to set a break-even stop, plenty of time to take some profit. On the way down, you can always, cut your losses short. While where the buy signal from here was really, really clean, and you were making lots of money from the beginning. Okay, the bearish signal was the opposite of that, right? You got the bearish call right here the moment the red 2 started trading below the red 1. That was at about 12. That was at about just under $13,000. Was the short play, and technically this is still inside a short play. But when I see like a dragonfly dojis and hammers, I try to be very, very careful, especially when you're shorting Bitcoin. Just dangerous to begin with. All right, here's the daily chart. um, we got the 9 on the daily, which is awesome, which is what I was looking for. Now, of course, it's very difficult to time the markets, and getting this 9, it would have been beautiful if this 9 just came 1 day earlier, or this rebound came 1 day later. So as of right here, as of this forecast, even in this rebound, the moment we started to go back down below 7,600, I was very, very clear that we're going to go significantly lower, and keep an eye on a reversal on Wednesday because the 9 was coming. The reversal came the day before. Again, you can talk about how wrong Tone was, but a good trader should be able to spot that, right? I mean, it's impossible to be perfect with everything, doing a video once or even twice a day at random hours, not specific hours, right? I do these videos when I can, and not at the optimal time of the market. And to be honest, I don't know what the optimal time of the market actually is. But anyway, so we had a 9. So there's a couple of things with these 9s, and this is what a lot of my clients fully understand because I provide them with educational videos in that. One of the things that the 9 does is it gives you a 1 to 4 day correction and then continuation of the original trend. So the reversal in trend had already started with candle number 8. So it's really hard to say if we still have potential of 3 more days of upside, or is this 9 rebound coming to an end? Of course, nothing is guaranteed. So even though the statistical probability is that the 9 will give you a 1 to 4 candle reversal and then continuation of the trend, you have to reevaluate at the end of this 1 to 4 candle correction, assuming the correction even begins, because if it doesn't, you will have another short trade on the table. Right now, the correction in the vicinity of the 9 is clearly happening, Also, 7,600 is playing a pretty pivotal role because it's also the 200-day moving average. I've been like alternating this moving average between the 200-day and the 128-day. So right now, the 200 days being relevant. Once we go up high enough, I'm going to go and take a look where the 128-day is. And actually, in fact, let me take a look at it now. 128 days. Um, So that's way up there. Okay, so we got plenty of room. So chances are the 128 day is going to start to roll over. So it's possible that we're going to hit the 128-day resistance in the vicinity of $10,000, which is going to be a formidable resistance. Okay, right now, the way you can think about these resistance points is the more time we spend and above or at $8,000, the more likely we are to break to the upside. Okay, at this point, you want to spend the maximum amount of time at resistance points. Now, you are, as a trader, you are trading the opposite. All throughout this triangle, when the price was bouncing between $10,000 and lower highs, I continued to try to beat the hammer into people's heads. There's no such thing as a stabilized base. All of these traders that have no clue what they're doing kept talking about 10,000 is a stable base, 10,000 is a stable base. We're going to go up from 10,000. And I kept saying that's the dumbest thing a trader can possibly say. When Bitcoin was creating a stable base at 10,000, what it was doing was it was creating pressure to break that 10,000 to the downside in the most violent way possible. And that's exactly what we had. Now, if this rebound is to hold, you want to see the exact opposite as a trader. You want to see you want to see it get stuck. You want to see it get stuck at 8,000 for multiple days and then boom, bust out to 10. You want to see it get stuck at 10,000 and then boom, bust out to 13, okay? Or probably like 12,000 because it will be a Fibonacci no, Fibonacci is lower because it'll be the 50-day moving average, right? So you want this to get stuck and stabilize at upper points so that you can bust through them. Okay, this is the opposite of what was happening on the downside. You can see here that at around 13,000 we were making this stable base bounce off of this is how these descending triangles form. You want to start forming these triangles in the opposite direction. Okay, let me just glance at the live chat, make sure no one is like complaining about stuff that I lost signal or something. Okay, everything seems to be good. Um, okay, so that's all I have to say. I mean, this is the eight candle was the main rebound. We went up way too far, way too fast. We'll take a look at the 4 hour to see how well this may have been timed from the low of 6,000 to the high of 8,500 on Bitfinex this time. I almost use these exchanges like randomly and interchangeably. All right, um, just for historical annotations, and I kind of try to find the best fit price to what I believe is happening. All right, so that's it for the daily chart. I mean, it looks great. This nine had a giant wick to the upside. I don't expect that to break today. I expect that to break in a couple of days. I would love to see an ascending triangle forming off of the $8,500 top. I'd love to see the price kind of stabilize in this $8,000 to $8,500 area and then break to the upside. All right, let's take a look at the 4 hour chart. And the 4 hour chart gave you some serious momentum. There was a nine, didn't really do all that much, and then we fell a little bit lower. And then there were several indications. I mean, the combo 13 and the aggressive 13. The new release code later this month is going to have that for those that have acquired access to this code by subscribing to the Tone Vase Consulting Service, and you will get this in future updates. You can see this yellow line played perfect support, absolutely perfect. And what is this yellow line? Well, let's take a look. The yellow line was that dreaded 7,600. The 7,600 I continued to talk about as my bottom target. I mean, we fell below the target. I think I explained how to trade this environment fairly well. I mean, the rebound came a little bit in the middle of nowhere. Like I expected us at this point of 6,000 to go a little bit lower, but what I knew was that 76 was not going to be the bottom again, and 54 wasn't going to be the bottom again. It was either going to be somewhere in between 54 and 76 and happened to be almost right in the middle. Um, or it was going to be all the way down at 5,000. Like support that isn't really support multiple times. You only get one shot at it. Now this kind of sucked because this was a 9 candle. I was looking at it earlier, like late last night when I couldn't. When I believe I did a video 24 hours ago. It feels like so 24 hours ago would have been down here. I did see this. I was going to take a screenshot and tweet it out with this 9 saying, hey, we got a 9 to the upside. You really want to be careful with your bullish momentum. And you have the 50 period moving average coming in as resistance. You had this monster move up. So you really, really, really want to be careful with this 9. And this was a 9 for the majority of this candle. It only stopped being a 9 at the very end. And we bounced off of the 7,600. Now I know that on Bitfinex we rebounded off 7,900, but sometimes you just have to split the middle and do the best you can. Okay, so at this point, what you're waiting for on the day on the 4-hour chart is you're looking for a price flip. You are looking for a green one. Then you're looking for a candle to trade above the green one. So technically speaking, if you were playing it safe, if you were playing it safe off the 4-hour, it would have been very difficult to time the bounce. Your long entry would have unfortunately been over here when the 2 started trading above the 1. So that would have been at $7,400. That would have been your bullish entry. When would you have started thinking about the exit? Well, when you saw this giant doji at number 7, followed by a giant doji at number 8, that could not get you a higher high, and the following candle started off as a 9. So somewhere in the vicinity of 8,100, you really should have considered taking your profits as a trader, not as a buy and holder. As a buy and holder, the best time to buy Bitcoin is always yesterday. Okay, so I wear 2 hats in the trading world besides 2 hats in my professional world. Talked about this on yesterday's stream. My 2 hats in the professional world is traveling the world, uh, being a Bitcoin evangelist. My second hat is educating people on trading. As I educate people on trading, I want to explain to you the difference between a long-term buy and hold investor and a short-term trader. The short-term trader could have easily taken on this bullish trade the moment the 2 started trading above the 1. He could have also taken on this bearish trade the moment the last red 2 started trading below the red 1. Would he have exited this trade with a profit? Probably not. I probably would have set a break even stop, and I probably would have gotten out with a tiny loss, but I would have made up for that loss on this bullish trade because I would have taken the trade when the green 2 started trading above the green 1 on the 4-hour chart, and I would have taken my profit the moment I saw a 9 show up with the red arrow. Now, of course, that turned into a price flip by giving you a red one, but throughout the majority of this candle, this was a very visible 9. All right. Now I'm gonna wait for another price flip, and I'm gonna wait for a green 1 to start trading above a green 2 to start trading above a green 1, or I'm gonna wait for a red 3 to start trading below a red 2, or a red 4 below a red 3, and so on. All right. Let's look at the hourly chart. Oops. Let me not dox people in my private messages. Here's the hourly chart. The hourly chart happens to be Coinbase. I totally forgot where I was doing my freaking annotations. But somebody pointed out to me, I was checking all of these exchanges, and the one that I never checked was Kraken. And I wanted to click on Kraken. For some reason, I just can't get used to the fact that Kraken isn't all that important. And I think Kraken uses something else. I think Kraken uses XBT. Yeah, there it is. There's Kraken, XBT USD. Um, no, there's no 9 there either. There was a aggressive 13. There was a regular 13. There's a Kraken on the. What the hell's the difference between these two? Oh, that's the BitMax perpetual swap. Um, yeah, it's another one. Um, yeah, so like unfortunately, we came so close to having a 9 here. No matter which one you look at, I'm just gonna go back to Coinbase, BTC USD. Coinbase. So here's the 1 hour chart. There was an aggressive 13 here, and I tried to explain to people that this was pretty much a nine. I mean, this was a nine when the candle started. It was like a $20 difference that kept this and turned this into a price flip. The moment I would have seen this nine along with an aggressive 13 right here, it would have given me an incentive to say, you know what, maybe I should be careful with the short trade here. So the hourly chart did a significantly better job at calling the bottom than the 4 hour chart did. On the way up, you had a nice short-term sell. Now, what do I say about the nine? The most likely outcome is a 1 to 4 candle correction and then an extension of the upwards trend. Now, the upwards trend should go into a 13. So you can see that if you realize this nine as a 1 to 4 candle correction and back up, you can easily enter this bullish trade right here. The moment the green 2 starts trading above a green 1. Okay, where's your initial stop loss? And this is very, very important. And I spend a lot of time on stop losses during my seminars. Your initial stop loss is so obvious. It would have been below the swing low. The moment you swung up to the upside, you can start to raise this stop loss, above the entry candle, or sorry, just below the entry candle. All right. You can also see that when you pulled back, you got bounced right off the 200, the 50 period moving average, and you went up. Now, on the way up, you had another chance to double down on your bullish position because you have this green 2 trading above this green 1. You have a chance to double down because you're already in the bullish trade looking for a countdown 13. Um, and you're having a new setup. So this new bullish trend is going up, and then boom, you have the shooting star. The shooting star came on an aggressive 13. The aggressive 13s have been absolutely awesome. Like, I actually can't wait to release this code to former clients. And then the following candle was in line with the red arrow. You had two candles in a row, like based on traditional markets, based on the time indicator. Multiple reasons to give you caution in the bullish trade. Um, I would have hesitated on the short trade here, and you're almost ready to get another bullish trade on the hourly chart. This bullish trade would come when either current hour starts trading above the previous hour, or most likely next hour starts trading above the current hour. Okay, you now have a pair of pluses here and here, waiting for the 13 to be perfected. Okay, so again, please go to Educational Tools Learn Trading for more information on that indicator, what it does and how it means. It looks like I probably have a lot of live viewers right now. Yep, I'm up to 1,500 viewers. Please notice that I have added a trading seminar in San Francisco on April 7th. I don't know the capacity yet. I want to see how many people sign up for it in the first couple of weeks of March, and then we can start finding the proper venue. Um, Also, a few seats left in the other seminars, and of course, check that out. I'm gonna do a little bit of Q&A. Also, I will be speaking in San Francisco on April 4th, 5th, or 6th. Hopefully, April 4th on the first day or second day, and it will be on a warship. It's a block to the future conference. I agreed to speak there, and therefore I'm doing my seminar that weekend. Um, okay, so a quick note. Oh God, so um, this was my video from last time, right? And so I about a year ago, I gave Andreas Antonopoulos shit about not allowing people to comment below his videos. I'm sorry, Andreas. Like the amount of trolls and the amount of dumb ass comments, like dumb ass comments, is so bad that either I don't look at the comments at all, but then they start to get filled up with scammers. that I also need to then deal with and delete, or I just deactivate comments altogether. Now, if you deactivate comments altogether, it looks like you're censoring, but the amount of dumb comments is just unbelievable. Like here's one of them, right? Tone, why are you begging people to use your Amazon, not exactly spelled Amazon correctly, but I'm not the one to complain about spelling, begging people to use your Amazon codes. This is how you make money. Okay. So this came about, and I have to comment on this, guys, because this is how dumb people are. And I have to explain how dumb people are. This came about from my affiliate and referral program because I tried signing up as an Amazon affiliate so that when people ask me about the technology that I use, like what chargers do I use, what portable monitors do I use. So I might as well link them to my Amazon affiliate so that when they buy from Amazon, Amazon pays me an affiliate amount, right? So these people think I'm doing it for profit, yet these are the same fools, and yes, I call them fools. These are the same fools that think that Amazon is going to rule the world and Facebook is going to rule the world and Google is going to rule the world because the little guy doesn't get any money back from Facebook. So Facebook is evil because they don't give money back. Amazon is evil because they don't give money back. But when I put up an Amazon affiliate to get that money from Amazon for having people buy from Amazon, Amazon pays me directly from their profits. And they think that I am being greedy by doing that, right? So this is how dumb people are. Like I don't know what else to say about that. And I even got rejected from the Amazon affiliate program. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna have the time to deal with why. Um, so that was one dumbass comment. The other dumbass comment was some guys complaining about my video quality because I was streaming from an airport and I was too lazy to, connect my high definition camera, and I didn't even know if I was going to have the bandwidth. Okay, guys, either I don't stream at all or you deal with bad quality. Your choice. All right, your choice. So again, like people are just completely ignorant and completely dumb. All right. I'll leave it on that note. I'm gonna cut off screen share. Um, and as you notice, that kind of pissed me off. So yes, I am running my high def camera, but the reason why I'm running the high def camera is because I have better internet here than I do in my apartment because I'm in Hong Kong this time, and I was in some ferry terminal last time. So this is what you get. Um, all right. Anyway, let's see if there's any questions. All right, first question. I have actually a couple of people getting questions for me, so let's see. Tone, here's a good question. There's a huge amount of people in Latin America that want to learn. What about setting up a Spanish subtitles on your videos? Yeah, that's something that I've been thinking about. I would love to set up Spanish subtitles and Russian subtitles, and maybe even Japanese and Chinese. So those would be the languages. I'm also I will be looking into. Hey, can I people that wanna dub the audio of my videos and then repost them with someone else speaking in a different language, so that's another option. But yes, subtitles is something I am planning on looking into in the very near future. What significance does the 50 SMA above the price have? Do you think it will act as resistance? Yes. I always believed in the 50 SMA, just like I always believed in the 100 SMA, and I do believe it's going to act as resistance. Now, does it have to act as resistance? Absolutely not. Tone, we are seeing 7800 and 8300. Going to take to get a clear signal either way. The longer we spend bouncing between 7800, the more bullish we are because we have bounced very strong from 6,000. So the more, and hopefully the bounce will go, instead of going from 7,800 to 8,300, the bounce will start happening from 8,000 to 8,300, and then it will bounce from 8,200 to 8,300, and then it will bust out to the upside. That's what you want to hope for. Um, Oh yeah, I'm speaking at the University of Maryland on the evening of Valentine's Day. So if you are, the stereotypical Bitcoiner, you probably have nothing to do that night anyway. And if you're in the vicinity of Maryland, please look into checking out my presentation at in a classroom. It's a 3-hour class. I'll probably take up the first hour and a half of it. So I will be speaking at the University of Maryland. I will tweet out the details once I get to LA and tweet out the details of that. I believe it's open to the public, but we're gonna find out. Okay. Um, did I get a chance to watch the Crypto Senate hearing? Haha, is that a joke? No, I haven't gotten a chance to watch the prior Senate hearings, which were very important. So please check out the prior Senate hearings, the one that centered on anti-money laundering. I was watching those live for a minute, and that was interesting. I have not had a chance to watch those yet, but I can guarantee you that every ICO is an unlicensed, unregistered security, except for maybe the BCAP token and maybe like one or two more. But those aren't exactly, as speculative as your stereotypical ICO, right? So this is why all ICOs are scams, because they're unlicensed, unregistered securities. All right, I got a question with the tip. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Brian. Um, Tone, could you answer? You couldn't answer before, but if the bottom is in at around 5,800, I thought it was around 6,000. Long term, where can we see Bitcoin going into 2019 and beyond? I honestly think that there was just so much hype over the futures and Wall Street getting in, and now we have built up so much resistance. Um, um, uh, on this 70% correction that I do believe, you know what, let me see what I look like. I think I have the camera way too close. No, that's good. Um, should have probably faced the other way. Let me see if I can do this. I can't really see the airplanes anyway. Doesn't matter because the light's coming from there. Um, all right, I gotta make sure I don't actually miss my flight. No, I think I'm still good. Um, all right. Okay, so it's really, man, there. Um, it's really hard to say, really hard to say where we're going to be at the end of 2019, right? I mean, Bitcoin is a monster. I mean, nobody really knows which way it's going to go. So therefore, we're gonna have to take it week by week. I mean, I'm doing these videos every day now. I used to do these videos every week, so I'll guide you guys as best I can. But it's impossible to project. I mean, we could we could be making a low in December of 2019 around 1,300. We could also be making a high in December of 2019 at 100K. We have no idea what the regulatory environment is going to be. We have no idea the ICO bubble is going to grow or is it going to pop. We have no idea what's going to happen with Tether. There's just, and these are like known unknowns. We don't even know how many unknown unknowns there are as black swans. All right. Let me see questions from Corey. Damn, Corey, you got way more questions than than what Moose gave me. All right, let's see. Guys, if please, it, I have over almost 200 videos on my channel. If you're new here, don't ask questions. Don't ask me about my indicators. I mean, I explain them every freaking video. Just do some research. I have no comments on Roger Ver. I have not looked at his Twitter in a long time. I have not looked at any of his public speeches in a long time. I really don't care what he does. I don't care what he says. He's supporting a centralized Chinese scam, and there's nothing I can say. Any plans to visit Atlanta? Um, I don't know. I might do Miami before I do Atlanta. I know I've been asked about Atlanta before. I need to do something on the East Coast. Maybe I can swing by during the summer. We'll have to figure it out. Hey guys, I'm surrounded by kids, so there's nothing I can do. It's out of my control here at the airport. Um, all right, let's see here. With this severe crash, shouldn't the natural market reaction mean touch the bottom of the RSI and the weekly? No, not necessarily. I don't want to do screen share again. But no, not necessarily is the short answer. Maybe I'll have a longer answer when I look at the RSI next time I look at the weekly chart. Um, Next question. Tone, I used the 6 hour to buy the dip, but is it a good time frame to use? I don't know, right? Because I don't normally use the 6 hour. All right, you guys are gonna make me do screen share again. Let me do screen share. Um, oh man, that was a bad idea. You're looking at because I doing a screen share of my Telegram chat, but that's okay. There's really not much there. There you go. Yeah, that's the problem. You always dox yourself. Maybe I'll have time blur that out for the future if it's not that important. All right, let's see. The other side. No, we don't have to go to the bottom. I mean, we didn't do it here. I mean, this was a huge dip, right? This was from 3,000 all the way down to from 3,000 all the way down to 1,800, and we didn't even come close to oversold. Um, and then we fell out of the overbought, and then we never went to near oversold. So no, you don't have to. 6 hour. All right, so let's go to the 4 hour. This is the 4 hour. Let's take a look at the 6 hour. I guess I can start it, but I don't really have to. Oh, that was nice. That was nice, right? I mean, look, here's the thing, right? It's not. It asking me if a 6 hour time frame is good to use is not what you should be doing, right? You need to back test your strategies on 6 hour charts, and you may find out that it's the worst possible time frame to use, or you may find out it's the best possible time frame to use. And if it's the best possible time frame to use to time your buys and sells, then you shut the hell up, don't tell anyone, and go and trade the damn thing, right? I mean, by telling me, I'm making it public, and I may ruin the effectiveness of the 6 hour time frame if it was so good before. So you have absolutely no. So um, it was a great way to buy the dip this time around. It pretty much gave you a 9 up here. This was my bull trap. This is where I believe I got. No, I didn't get caught on this bull trap. I got caught on this bull trap. Oh, and how about that? Maybe if I would have been using the 6 hour, I would have been way more cautious on this bull trap than I actually was, right? So the 6 hour very effectively called the bull trap 9, and it very effectively called the prior high. And how well did it do at the top? Well enough, right? It gave you a 9 a day and a half in advance, and look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 red arrows in a 6 candle vicinity. So yeah, it's looking really good. Um, Looking damn good. And this was also a 9 right here for the majority of that candle. Not the majority of the candle, but the candle opened at a 9. Yeah, didn't do so good here with calling the bottom, but again, a 9. The highest probability is a 1 to 4 candle correction and then the continuation of the trend. And then it gave you a perfect reversal right here off a beautiful doji candle with the low inside the doji candle. I mean, you just can't make this any more textbook. So yeah, the 6 hour looks pretty damn good. I mean, there's nothing more I can say. Let's stop screen share. Go back to try not to dox people this time on a live stream. All right, let's see what else we got. Um, The 200-day MA has held the 200-day MA has held the price of Bitcoin up for a very long time. Would you consider the recent drop a break of the 200-day MA? Well, that's the thing, right? If the 200-day MA only if we drop below the 200-day MA, but we go back above the 200-day MA in a relatively short period of time, which is like 3 to 4 candles, then it's okay. Then it's not that much of a signal, and in fact, it's a more of a buying opportunity than a selling one because it only kind of strengthens the area of the 200 MA. Which countries will lead the Bitcoin mining sector? I don't know. I really don't. I think China will continue to do so. I really don't see it leaving China all that much. Maybe Latin America will get into it. Some of the other countries in Latin America. Let me make sure I'm like, yeah, I'm on camera now. Next, okay. There are a lot of new companies investing millions in New York and Nevada. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. Um, the internet is finally what people wanted back when we had 56K speed. Uh, Imagine when crypto will be the future. Yeah, I hope so. Um, Portland, Oregon is a consideration. If you look at my trading seminars, I have Portland or Seattle. I will be going to Vancouver and then making my way to Vegas this August to speak. And we'll see where my stops are along the way between Vancouver and Vegas. Seattle's an option. Portland's an option. If I do San Francisco in April, I'll probably will not do San Francisco again in August. I'm doing LA this weekend. I probably will not do LA again. Um, San Diego's a little too small. Mexico's a little too far. So we'll see. We'll see. But hey, if you're in Portland, shoot up to Vancouver. It's not that far. Um, No, I don't want to pull up the LTC chart right now. Maybe next video when I'm, in front of a desk. What are the chances it will break down over up? Um, I, I would say we have a slightly higher probability that we're going to keep going up. The probability at the bottom is a little bit higher than the probability of lower lows, but it's not that obvious, and it's not that different of a probability. I don't think the Chinese year is going to impact us much, other than people are going to take days off, so it'll probably be less trading volume, like the New Year, like the normal New Year. Um, Sweden or Albania. I know exactly who asked that question. Um, I don't know, but they're both on the list. Sorry, Agartha. I know it's you. All right. Next, let's see what else we got. I'm doing London. I'm doing London, guys. I'm gonna do London. I have decided. I will come to London in September. Stay tuned. No details yet. It's way too early. But sometime a month from now, I will start. I will. There's like a 90% chance I'll be in London in September. Thank you for your donation, Thomas. All right. On this note, I think. I think I'm good. I mean, the price is pulling back a little bit right now, um, but um, but hey, let's try to stay above that 8,000. I mean, the longer we stay above the 8,000, the faster we can just break out. So let's see if we can consolidate between 8 and 8,500. All right, guys. Um, I will talk to you all on the next one. Let me see how many live viewers I'm finishing with. About 1,400. That's great. Check out Liberty Life Trail. Check out my seminars that are definite, check out my seminars that are um, potential. And also go check out the affiliate codes if you are interested in buying or using any of those products or services. That's the best way you can support. Go through those links, and then those companies also know that I am promoting them, and then I can use those companies as sponsors for future events. That means I can have slightly better venues. You guys can have slightly better, I'm gonna start doing some grab bags, give out some swag. Again, right? It's all reputation, right? So it's all about reputation, all right? So check that out, all right? And I'll talk to you all on the next one from LA.